So we just finished watching Wynonna season 4 episode 2, and my overall thought was, damn, that sex scene was hot. Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach to Nerd, and in this episode we are reviewing Wynonna season 4 episode 2 entitled Friends in Low Places. I am here with my spouse, River Park, who loves to sit in on my reviews and will contribute in this review. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a synopsis of basically what happened, a kind of paraphrase breakdown, not a scene by scene, play by play, and then talk about what we liked about the episode and what questions we had. So basically, if you remember in the last episode, Nicole fell through a grate saving Wynonna, and apparently appeared completely naked in the Garden of Eden in front of Doc. Well, come to find out that's actually Eve. And Eve is a demon who basically is imprisoned in the garden by the, chosen one, who I guess now would be Waverly since Julian is dead. But for a while, Waverly does not know that this is not Nicole. She can't get to her because she's imprisoned, and they're supposed to be feeding the little, I don't even know what to call it. I'm going to call it the little prison grate area, whatever, the little
call it a
machine with human blood. Waverly had already given it half angel blood, so of course there's like a cherry blossom tree and like this little lily ponds and stuff was happening. But Doc's turn, it was his turn to give it blood, and he instead goes to the store and he sees these crystals with one side had a bunch of different variations or reactions of Nicole's face, and the other side was like this demon looking thing that we now know is Eve. But you had a question about that, like about how Waverly wouldn't know that was Nicole.
Yeah, like if you had been dating somebody for a while and was getting ready to propose to somebody, that generally means that you know quite a lot about your partner and know kind of patterns in them and like quirks and just general things that they would or would not say or do. So when you see your partner in front of you naked and they're, acting in certain ways that are not aligning with what you know of your partner, and yes, she did at some point, have this questioning kind of look on her face, but why did she not listen to it and keep listening to it when these signs kept appearing as, they kept conversing in front of that tree before she was broken out of it? And then after she was broken out of the tree cage thingy, like, she was still being very strange for Nicole Hott's character as they were, in a relationship together. And so why did you continue to go with her and not say at any point in time, like, something is off with you, Nicole? I'm going to just step back and ask you some questions that only my Nicole would know. And if you fail, then I know you're not mine and you're an imposter. And same with Doc and
Wynonna,
when Eve took Wynonna's
fate, because Eve is able to change into other people.
Yep. And why even then? Like, it took so long. It took for them to like say their safe word
and talk about their baby's name. Yeah,
and even after the baby's name came up, they were still fighting, and then it like was the safe word that finally woke them up. And it was like, why did it have to take so much for you to see that it was her, that it actually was her, when the imposter one, when Eve acting as her, was completely out of character for Wynonna?
Yeah. I mean,
somebody outside.
Yeah, to somebody else. I guess really what may have happened, this is just a theory, is that Waverly was in there a while and she really wanted to see Nicole. So maybe the desperation of wanting to see someone, and wanting it to be them kind of overruled common sense. That's what I think happened. Because when she kissed her, she's like, why do you taste like granite or granite or sulfur? It's sulfur.
Which is like rotten eggs.
Yeah, really so gross. That would be disgusting, actually. But yeah, I think it's probably more of one over sense. But same with Doc. I think Doc really, because he was very reactionary when, she changed into, Jeremy after Nicole, and then Wynonna. It's like she went down the list of people he cared about the most. So yeah, when he saw Wynonna, he's like, no, we ended this crap, so he took it personally, but she was able to get through to him. But yeah, but Waverly's I always think that she's like, she's got blinders on in a way when she wants to do something or she sees something. It's just that. And then she doesn't really, she's very smart, but she isn't as observant when she has a mission or a goal. It's always rushing straight forward to that. So she really wanted that to be Nicole. And it wasn't Nicole, then she went straight into, I'm the chosen one. I'm going to sit in this chair for the rest of my life.
Exactly. Like she was going to sit on that throne.
She's going to sit there forever. So yeah, which was interesting. And I love how Wynonna and Nicole's relationship kind of, I love their best friend banter. I love the fact that when Wynonna wasn't getting enough oxygen going to save Nicole, and then you come in and she like hits the zombie that's about to eat Nicole's leg, because Nicole's got the broken leg. That they even joke about her. She's like, something about, you're an ass or you're my ass. And she's like, I guess I got to be lesbian now. And it's like, that whole thing was hilarious. It's probably giving a lot of people who are into the Nicole and Wynonna ship like a lot of good feelings this season so far, because they've been bantering a lot, and like they're absolutely adorable. And quite frankly, if Wynonna was bisexual and Waverly wasn't in the picture, she probably would be with Nicole.
She's been with a lot of people.
Yeah, she's been with a lot of people. I don't really put it past Wynonna to not, find hot. But they managed to, or Doc manages to kick Eve through this portal. I don't know if that's what causes the effect of, what happens when they get back, but I'll get to that in a minute. We also learn in this episode that Dr. Gloria Valdez is dead. You see her sitting there with her hand on the lever. She literally closed the door and made it so nobody could open the gate, basically, to the Garden of Eden. But what's really interesting for me is that she's supposed to be an immortal Mayan princess. And like her daughter, Rachel, even tells the story to Nicole while they're, preparing for the zombies that come in to kind of, distract each other from potentially being eaten and killed. But when she tells the story, it's like, so it's almost foreboding. So does that mean that her mother is still alive? Maybe she's like in hibernation, like what happened with Superman and Death of Superman, or like, every Super Saiyan, that you think are dead and they just keep coming back. I mean, you just hibernate and then, the new life kicks in. Or did it pass from her to her daughter, Rachel? And maybe Rachel can't die. I don't know. But there's a reason why that story came out, because that's exactly how it is in the comic books. So I want to know where they're going with that. But yeah, so Eve is now kicked through the portal. Now, I don't know where she ended up, because she wanted to leave the garden, and essentially she's out of the garden. So they actually did not succeed in a way. But where did she go? Because when they end up out of the garden, they learn that it is 18 months later, and the town is like not the same. There are people hanging in like the middle of the town, and it's just Nicole has long hair now, and that had to have been the hottest sex scene, especially lesbian scene, I have seen on TV. That was hot. It started on the floor downstairs, and they were like crawling up the stairs. We should try that, but we don't have any stairs. That would hurt. But it was like I'm telling you, like that scene in itself, I did not expect sci-fi to air, because, it's a cable, channel, and Wynonna has been seen in very interesting, promiscuous situations, but I just didn't, like, whenever you have like a love scene between Waverly and Hot, I mean, yeah, you've seen them kissing, you see like a little bit of them taking the clothes off, but you usually just hear the sound effects of them doing it. I did not expect it to be that hot and them to be that naked. Not complaining, I'm here for it, but I'm just saying, like, that was a hot scene. No.
Hot was naked for more of this episode than she had something on.
Yeah, wardrobe probably had like a great day with her character. Like, we don't have to dress you at all. Like not at all. Like, you're good. Just whip it off.
How do you prepare for that as an actor?
Just living your best life nude, I guess. You just gotta be really confident. I don't know, but that scene was hot. I do wonder now, like, are they in a different reality? Like, is this Eve's new creation of their purgatory? Because she wanted to get to purgatory, right? She wanted to get there. So it felt like...
It felt pretty different.
Yeah.
Not just like time, passing different, but...
Like actual... The whole, even the homestead seemed a little different.
Yeah, it gave me heebie-jeebies. It was like, well, no, we're not home.
It is not. I mean, that's what I was thinking. And coming off of, we just watched the Umbrella Academy season 2, which is a spoiler, and something happens in there that kind of reminds me of this. And so, no spoilers, because that's what my spoiler video is for. But I got reminiscent of when I was watching in the second season of that series. So. It is very interesting. I want to know where they're going from this. And where's Rachel? Mm-hmm. Because we saw Nicole in the homestead, but where is Rachel? And how did Nicole get to the homestead?
Yeah.
Like, she had like a broken leg in 3 places. Yeah. She obviously didn't walk, And
it's fine now, apparently. If she's able to have sex on the stairs, that probably would hurt a lot. If you had broken leg in 3 places. Yeah,
so I'm very curious. I really would love to know where is Rachel? Where's Jeremy? Where's Nedley? Where are any of the people that we're used to in Purgatory? Because what I've seen is not pretty. So, yeah. And I want to say Jeremy's boyfriend was named Robin. I wonder what's going on with him. He was on that table too. So I'm assuming he and Kate are together, or... like in whatever facility they took Kate to, because she was on the train when she helped Nicole get off the train last time. So what happened to them, and where's Mercedes? There's so many questions now. I do love Wynonna Earp, because you always are put in a situation where you're like, what the hell, on multiple levels, not just like one thing. It's like, wow. Now we have all these characters we got to find, and these stories we got to tie up, and now we're in a whole new situation that's 18 months later, not the same place we left before. It's very fascinating. So I am digging what they're doing this season, and I honestly love the fact that not only do we have Nicole back with Waverly, that Nicole and Wynonna have said multiple times now that they are BFFs, and I think they're the cutest, most dysfunctional friends ever, and I'm living for it. So, but yeah, we enjoyed this episode, right, babe?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly was a little lost for a lot of it, but it was still entertaining.
River's still trying to catch up from the last season, so that's what marriage is. You make your spouse watch things.
I'm trying to catch up from the last episode, in my brain.
But I really feel like episode 3 will probably be a better exposition story on what's happening, because I mean it that's a really shitty way to come home, let's put it that way. But that is our opinion, guys. We want to know what you think. Please leave us a comment below and let us know. And if you would like to sign up for Jury Duty, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know who's next on the Nerd Ballot, hit the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.